second. Amazon XML is not a valid file. Okay, let's try this now. Yes, that worked. That also worked. Now let's try this. That worked. And also worked. Okay, so what we're trying to do now is, yesterday we briefly discussed running using the running through the Maven, because Maven has life cycle of test that can offer you to run to invoke the test in the runner, this, and run test cases. So simply you can run it from here. You can do run debug, right? You can select this, hit the run button, that will work. If not, you can do it both way. If you want to debug this, right click and debug this. If you want to debug through the Maven, this also it's already Maven. You can run it from here if you want to. So this runner, it have to outline in each module of POM. So we're going to run Amazon, right? So in Amazon, one of the plugin is configuration that run the classes. We're saying target test classes from here, Amazon App Runner. We declare a math variable, and then in the project properties, we're saying Amazon App Runner and outline all the XML runner you have. So that can invoke this runner, XML test runner. So this Maven will pick up this XML runner, which is this, and from there we'll go to test classes, and we're saying, okay, one class is under a name package, search items, and this is the class name, right? And this is the class name we're going to run, and it must have test annotation, which is test classes. So you see the process. From the XML, POM XML, we outlined that sweet XML variable called Amazon App Runner. Same we can do for CNN App Runner on CNN module, right? CNN App Runner and CNN App Runner have CNN App Test Runner.xml. So for Amazon, we did that, and that Maven will pick up that runner, from that runner to this class, drop-down menu, search, and of course this class has one of the method which is called test annotation. So that we can run from Maven. So now we can run from here, or go to terminal, and terminal go under Amazon directory and simply say mbn test. This will run the text of the drop-down menu class, right? Drop-down search, menu search, do the test for you. Okay, you can do Control C to stop. Same way you can do for CNN. See what CNN has. Let's go to CNN. It has CNN test home. Let's go to that class. This could have, well, for now, let's run it. Oh, it's running source there. Let's do the source. Oops. Okay, you know why it failed? It's because once you click on world, you need to navigate back. And then you can click on the other tab. That's why it was failing. Click on world, navigate back. Now we have option to click on politics. That's why it was failing. It's fast now. So now text CNN can be run also from here. With CNN, with lifecycle of Maven, one test, it should run. Okay, right? It's running for you. Okay, good. So now you have to run the entire suite of framework, all the test cases. So let's limit the Amazon one, which is so many iterations of items. So if you're going to limit that to, so we can see the actual. So to 50, let's run up to 5. Okay. So now we want to run not Amazon, not CNN, but all the test cases under this framework. So this root form, roots automation root, right? Because under automation root, it's all the modules are there. So with lifecycle, run test, and that should execute all the test cases are enabled to run. So you go to Amazon now. Okay, so one module is done. Next module, CNN. Okay, so you can see Amazon CNN are successful run. Now, also same way you can do, go to terminal. Now, it will say inside of Amazon, you're going to go one step back. So you're now under root automation, right? So if you say ambient test, then also do the same thing. First we'll do Amazon. So now if Amazon have more test cases, I mean more classes, that can be part of the same process. And we'll take a look how. Yeah, Salma, your question is, do you need to add all the test classes in the XML runner in order to run? Yes. Without including in the runner, there's no way you can pick up, right? There's no way you'll know that what class to run. This is the class. This is the runner that you need to include. So class 1, right? So on. So you can have other classes here, other classes here. This is one way, of course, you can do. Another way is if you have, let's say, you have more than 100 test cases, right? I mean, 100 classes. We don't want to do everything in one runner. We can have multiple runners. So have a file. Then instead of saying only CNN app runner, you would say CNN app login test runner, right? Right now we are calling generic, since only one class is running, CNN app test runner, we're saying that. But we shouldn't say that. We should say more feature oriented. So maybe these classes will be all about login signouts. Okay, so you can copy this and directly put it here, and it's going to be login class. Of course, you must have that class in here, right? You have that class in here. It will pick up that annotation, right? Okay, so everything will be here. For login related things, it could be one class, or under one class you could have multiple test annotation methods, or you could have multiple classes over here, right? So you could have login, then you could have another class sign out or log out, right? That would be part of this class, another class here. So it will be log out, right? We have that, so you must have another class here, say log out, right? And we'll say that at test public void log out. So we'll say log out steps here. So now under resources, you not only one runner, but you could have thousands of runners if you need it. Under each runner, you could have multiple classes. So that we can maintain hundreds of thousands of test cases. So first, wait from here. Under one class, you could have multiple test annotation, right? Under one class, you could have multiple test annotation, right? So if you keep doing it, so you can have multiple test annotation under one class. And under one runner, you could have multiple test classes. And under one resources, you can have multiple test runner. And all this runner can be invoked into this POM XML under suite XML files. You can have one here, or you can add more. So CNN app log test runner. So under one property, you can have multiple of them. So right now, let's take a look under just simply one. So we're going to run CNN home. So in your development environment, you'll simply quickly run this. Right click on this, run. This one you run, will run it for you. But why do you need the Maven runner involved here? That question might arise, right? Why do you have to have the Maven runner? Probably Aman have the question, right? Aman? So Aman is worried about Maven. Okay. So that it's a valid question. Everyone should have that. Why need, even if you run from here the test engine, why still need the Maven runner to run it? Guys, you can run it right now, you can run it from here. Okay, so this is in development environment. We are building this, right? This is dev environment, we're running it fine. But when you come to play, let's commit this. Git add git we added page factory, right? We added Maven. So remember, we said ultimately we want everything run from Jenkins to be part of. So this is dev environment, right? That as a test automation engineer, you'll be building that framework. Now ultimately we want to have a Jenkins setup, and then Jenkins. So this is our GitHub. We push our code to GitHub. This is what we just did now, right? Once you push it to Jenkins, Jenkins has this framework. So now our Jenkins can fetch from GitHub, right? So once we fetch from Jenkins, now we have option, wherever the Jenkins is, run on that local Jenkins server on the browser, or you have an option to run in this is Jenkins local browser. This is source lab. This is browser stack. Now in the code, you outline that where you to run. Let's say we don't source lab. I don't have. It's time errors. I believe it interprets subscription. Otherwise, it run. So we run in local browser. Since our Jenkins is also in local, running localhost. So once you fetch from GitHub, in the task of Jenkins, right? So task of Jenkins, task one, that run automation framework against Amazon and CNN. If we say in the task mbn test, so Jenkins will run by Maven, and that we need the capabilities of running through the Maven for Jenkins. That's why we implement that Maven runner, so Jenkins can run through that. All right. So once you do that, let's go to Jenkins. Right. So This is possible. Hmm. So in the old version of Jenkins, they used to offer, say, task, and it used to say that Maven type project, and that way you can use that. But this new version of Jenkins is a different way to configuration. You have that below. Okay. Do you know what configuration you change? Is this something?
I believe it was the plugin that I installed.
Oh, plugin you to install. Okay.
I think so, yes.
Uh, invoke. Okay, that's right here. So test. Go loop and test. Maven. Apply. Save. Uh, I believe we did false, right? Source layer. False. Amazon. False. Is run local. Okay, it failed fine. Now
So
build it.
I have the Maven integration plugin that I install afterwards. I think that is what you need to get.
But usually it should do that. Invoke top level Maven targets. Uh, okay, one second. What do we say? Manage Jenkins tool configuration for Maven. We say Maven, yeah, and use that. Save. Which I don't have to say that. Oh, test. Maven is ambient is already. Yeah, we don't have to do that. Say ambient. Yeah, we don't have to do that. On the website about ambient, right? We don't have to say that. Simply, simply ambient test. Okay, web burst from. Okay, just go default. Uh, no search file or directory. Uh, let's take a look at Bilal's machine. Okay, Bilal, I'll make you finish. Okay, what is different from this? Oh, okay. Maven projects, right? I see. All right, so you need that plugin. Do you know what's the name of the plugin?
Yes. Just show it to you.
So these used to
Maybe
be
integration plugin.
okay. These used to be by default there. Now Jenkins make more complex, more sophisticated. Like since you have to have multiple project to manage. All right, so let's do that. Oh,
I guess you can switch back to your screen because my team viewer crashed. So like,
okay,
I'm
I'll go
not
back
able
to
to see
my
my other
screen.
machine.
I'll go back to my screen 1 second. Where is me? Okay, can you guys see me? Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Manage Jenkins, manage plugins, right? So look for Maven, look for Maven integrations. What plugins we have? Uh, search for Maven. Install without restart. Okay, now we should have that. Reconfig. Uh, okay, let's not get a new. We're gonna get a new one. Let's see. All right, new item. So we'll call this automation framework, and it's a Maven project. Hit OK, and git none master and is test. Let's not set up periodic time. It will run manually for now. Well, a lot of people will be confused. What's the point of having Jenkins then if you run manually? Let's do that. Every few minutes, once in every 2 hour slot, 9 to 5 every weekday. We'll do that, but we'll be running manually now. Well, I don't want people to get confused. But it's a pain also if you do that every 15 minutes, it's going to kick off. Apply, save. So in 15 minutes it will kick off, but it kick off now is because we just first created, it kicks off automatically. And you should run your test. You can go to the console. So what it does is it gets clone first, right? Repository, it's building it now. Oh, there's some errors. I don't find symbol search items. Okay, we'll see that. Alright, let's go back to the project. So git project, and oh, that's not to add this one. And no post build, apply, save. Now, Okay, we failure. Point failed. Compilation error. Item.java cannot find symbol. No, Maven path is there, should be there. We can run it manually, right? We can try that. Load automation, test, run it. It's running locally. Same code we push to GitHub. Same code. So, what's the difference? Framework problem for 16. Which one is part? Let's rename this. The same thing we did here, right? Why it did not work?
It is there. I just checked. Yeah, these files are there.
Uh-huh.
The
And you will
push
see that.
was successful. Yeah, the push was successful. The files are there.
Yeah, everything is here. We click and login. We deleted test home page. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's build it. Once you build it, now run it. It's running fine. Okay, let's do it. Okay, good. Yeah. It looked like all the required fonts were there. So where is running test now? Right? It should be running locally, right? We're not running source lab, so you should launch the browser now. Oh, yes. So this is another thing to discuss. It's running locally, but since you don't have, when you run from Jenkins, false. Uh, "24 minutes ago." It's not now. It's before. So this is one thing. Is I forget that how to change that. When you're running Jenkins locally, right? It's look for, hey, give me the browser to launch. So you have to allow the permissions from somewhere in the operating system to allow you to run your browser. So this Jenkins is running, right? Even it's running locally, but it's sort of another process in your system, and that need access to your resources like browsers, right? And you need to allow that. So it depends. Uh, I don't know. It's not like specific to Mac. I think it's probably going to do the same thing. So you need to allow the Jenkins process task to allow you to use your browsers. That's why you don't see the browsers up running. So now another way to do is maybe we can allow it running source lab. Uh, True. Even though the test will fail, but it's because of our accounts. But at least it can kick in. That's what you want to say. True. Run on source. Okay. Till now. In the meantime, we can go to Sauce Lab. Yes. So it's kicked off here. I don't know you will be able to see this, but just kicked off here to run it. Right? So Jenkins is building it now, right? It's running it, but it will be running in Sauce. Let's try. Sure. Okay. Okay, let's try. Oh no, it's not going to work. You have to change the URL. So it's your browser's Sauce Labs. browserstack.com. Not sure on demand is needed. Not sure if on demand will be needed. Yeah, we'll remove that. Okay, browser stack. Browser stack URL to connect. We should have sample as software does. Not, I shouldn't say local unit. Yeah, we'll copy it. We'll fix it. Let me work. We'll fix it first. Ah, automate. Okay, this is what you need. Username, access key, half.cloud, right? So this is what you need. Yes. So hopefully it will work. It's running now, right? Well, it's not a test now. What happened? Click on that, it will work. Element not visible, exception, element not visible. Why element is not visible? You can run it locally, fine. I need to work. Okay, we're on that page. So you see that in the home page that all the tabs are not visible. So we're running on Mavericks, Chrome 50. So what issue is that? This issue is about the applications, right? Or not our test cases. So how do we deal with that? Or you can click on that. Of course, it will fail because all this, when you go to the home page of CNN, you should load with all the tabs. So this application look like in Maverick Chrome 50, there is some issue. What version of operating system we are running? We are saying that was Sierra. Sorry. no, Mac Sierra. Okay. They do have 50 stable versions, right? How do you call that browser platform? Okay. Mac Sierra. But how do you pass this as this list of standard name? Uh, okay, so older version of Chrome, not sure it will do that. Windows, okay, that's fine for here. Sierra. So you call Sierra. Chrome, what 50 using? Chrome 50 you said, right? Uh, okay, what version of Chrome is this? Is Chrome 55, okay. On 55, how CNN looks. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so on 55, 55.0. Oh, you have to file the screen resolution, maybe. Oh man. So Sierra 55.0. So if you say this, all right, Sierra, we can set that in runner. Sierra is where? To 5.0. Chrome capital C. Capital C. All right, let's try. But before we do that, let's go here. So we get a Sierra. OS version, right? We don't have OS version here. So keep the Sierra here, but change the OS version there. Okay, OS X, it's Mac. Sierra is hard-coded in the Common API. Fine. Click on it. But still, it still is a problem. It's not visible. Well, yeah, so if the application is not visible, how are you going to test it? Sierra 55, so it's a browser stack problem. Alright, now anyway, how are you going to say add browser to local? Okay. But you get the idea how it can be run. Now, in Common API, we can add extra layer of if. So this OS name may not be compatible in source labs. You have to see that. But at least we can do here. If cloud is okay, cloud env dot we need to have another variable to run either in source or in source browser stack. Okay. If it's source labs, do this. If it's browser stack, do that. Browser stack. Browser stack. Okay. So env need to be passed here. Env. And that env has to be here too. which is false, and other parameters. And this is PNB. Okay, and this is to come from also here. Use environment 2. EMB. Browser stack. Okay. So now deal with that too. If it's a browser stack, generally different than source lab. So we have to deal with that. So if you switch from source lab to browser stack, browser to source lab, you can do that too. Okay, so this is for source lab, this is for browser stack. Now we have to also make sure is that this capability is supported by, is common for both environments. This is source lab may say different than browser stack, the name of the operating system, in the sense they could go by 10.10, 10.12, so on, not to say just name of the operating system. We have to see that what compatibility they have in both. If not, if it's the same, then we don't have to worry about it. If it's not, then we have to also fix that. Okay, so let's not push this. If you want to push, I can push it now, but we really need to have made some changes. Maybe we can push it by saying different branch. All right, so git checkout -b cloud. So git add dot git -m git push origin cloud branch. Okay, so that should be in the cloud branch. With the cloud, and if you go generic base common API, you can see that change, right? So it's not in go to master branch of that page, you won't see that changes yet, right? So once you fix everything, then we will be in a master branch. Any questions? All right, so I don't know why it's browser stack. We cannot run it. We can run it locally here, right? We saw that. So in their regulations, it didn't work. So you can explore, guys, explore browser stack tool. It's simply you have to add that, well, access key and username the same way, but your access key will be different than browser stack. Username might be different. Try to have the same name, so you don't have to deal with in the code base. Try to have the same name if it's possible. So now we'll go back to Jenkins. So Jenkins is running, where it's running, every 15 minutes is kicking off. So is this clear now, guys? From Jenkins, you can run in source, you can run in browser stack, you can run in local, but you need to allow that permission. You need to allow that operating system it to be accessible from Jenkins process in order to launch your browser. Okay, let's do some research. Allow Jenkins to launch browser locally. Not much. So allow services to interact with the desktop on services. Let's go to Java. So if you run Jenkins locally, right, for command line, it might help, but we didn't run it locally. Well, it's running locally, but we didn't say that. I remember I launched it in the old version of Jenkins in Office machine, and it did run local browsers. So we have someone to find the solution. But again, we are not going to run in the actual environment. We're not going to run in local machines from Jenkins. From Jenkins, we'll be running on the cloud environment like Source Lab or Browser Stack. If not, if you're running locally, then you have to whoever managing that server to ask them, can you allow the service to interact with desktop? This is the part. Allow service to interact with desktop. So Mac maybe. It's all about Windows solution. We're talking about desktop Mac. Yeah, so somehow to find that where it can allow. No. So anyone find solution, share with everyone. But again, we're not going to run Jenkins locally. It will be running mostly in some cloud environment. Okay. Any questions regarding Jenkins, Maven runner? The important part was how to run from Jenkins with Maven. It ran, but you need the connection to cloud environment like SourceLayer and Browser Stack. It's able to hit that. So now, problem with Browser Stack, the regulation doesn't support. Selenium doesn't run on that Sierra Pro 55. We can try with different browser too, actually. Uh, try with that. If I was also looking for do manual test so we can figure out. Right, okay. Well, 500 work with Selenium, we know that, so it's no point to try. Anyway, any questions you have? On the server host. Jenkins need to be hosted in his like Amazon EC2 instance or wherever the company have their data centers, right? That where it might have servers. Jenkins itself is a server, so that can be hosted. So right now locally it's hosted, right? So you can make Jenkins also run as services. So again, as I said, if you join a company, it will be configured already there for you, right? If not, if it is from scratch, you saw that just download Jenkins and configure it, right? Once it's configured, then adding task is easy. Add the Maven plugin, new items, and this is for the venture funds. Oh yeah, we have Maven project. That's good. Oh, yeah, but we don't have. Still, the problem is because well, this is the real Jenkins in Amazon EC2, but we need the client to run it. So client will be the source tab or browser stack, and we'll face that problem again. We saw that is the resolution didn't support. How about Amazon, right? We could try Amazon. Let's try. All right, do this. We could also change that operating system. So change that to SS. Okay. Cool. So that works. So problem with CNN. Right? Right here. All the requests you send faster, right? Good. So do one thing. Just run Amazon. And run off cloud branch. Apply, save. And now it's running. Let's go to oh, it's not coming. The only one. And this one will succeed. It was running. Like the project config. We are saying branch specifier branch for any cloud branch. And cloud branch do have we do have browser stack. What base? It have that. Yeah. Serial name. Access key, operating system, Chrome. Oh, 55, right? Let's do 55. Alright. Let's try one more time. Terminal. Alright. Yeah. Right? So where it's running from? Jenkins. And where it's running? In browser stack. Okay, so we'll see the reports where in Jenkins. Once it's done, there's no local environment anymore. Everything in cloud. Still running. Let it run. Okay, so this is the overall health check of your application. Right, this is unstable. This is some of the escapes, some of them are passed. So by looking at this view, it will give you overall health of your application. So test result of Amazon with such items, right, on this platform it ran. And you can see this no failures. This is stable version of success, right? So Amazon snapshot POM. Usually this is produced for application developer. They need it to deploy to a server, but we don't need that. But Maven produced for you. So let's see. Space test outputs, right? We saw the test outputs in index.html. If you let's view on, I'm not going to view that now. Share. No. If you want to open in the browser, index.html. We can see it from here. The good options. So yeah, so this test output we discussed yesterday that if you enable the listener, it will show you the test output. Okay, so it's complete now. Now we can run with the source level browser stack, but it's still, I think we need to modify it a little bit later on. Right now it's simply going to browser stack. So environment we have to say somehow is a browser stack or source lab. Now if you say source lab here, it will run in source lab, of course, right? But it's for source lab, different username, different password. Some have to modify this. So maybe in the code, if you say source lab, pick up the username from, somehow we can hard code that username, because username for organization will be the same. So it's going to be organization username password. So it's okay to have it here. Okay. Or you can have a properties file that can read all different username and just grab it from the properties file. That way we did for, remember you did for ConnectDB, right? ConnectDB, you have the properties file, right? I don't have in this machine, but the office machine have. So you open a driver, open this, right? So now for the same, we'd have properties file for the cloud username, like source username and browser stack username, browser stack access key, source access key. So you can come from the properties file. That way you did for database authentication informations. Okay, just the idea, just so you can import on it. All right, that's all. Any questions before you go? Yeah, it is similar to Maven, but Maven is more sophisticated than Ant. Nice. So next week, I want to see you have all these capabilities, right? Running in source, running in browser stack from Jenkins. This is you should have now. If you work next couple of hours, you should have all fixed everything. And then I want to see 5, 6 different domains that we discussed last week: Amazon, Facebook, for retail, maybe Bed Bath Beyond, then Best Buy, healthcare, insurance company, financial company. Everything should have under one framework, 6 different domains, and you should have data-driven, keyword-driven, and page object model, and more test cases written. So I want to see on Wednesday night you have those features and more modules and more test cases submitted by team, and then the final will be due on Saturday morning. But I want to see that by Wednesday night, so that I can review and give you feedback. So you have 2 more days to work on it before the final day, which is on Saturday. I'm expecting you should have. That's going to be pre-final on Saturday. It's pre-final on Saturday, but by Wednesday night, I want to see all those to give you feedback. Mentorings. Who wants to do mentoring this week? Mentoring can be done on these topics you learned. Selenium book should be read by now. Those 2 books are helpful for locators and others. Raise your hand. Who wants to do mentoring? If not, then just work in the group. Work in the group and work with other groups. That's fine too. But make sure you get the work done for each group. Okay. So that's all for today. And I'll see you next week, next Saturday. But Wednesday, I'll be waiting for your submission of your framework. Yes, Bilal?
I can